Everybody received a copy of the minutes from April 19th? Everybody had a chance to read through them? Okay, I'm looking for a motion to accept them.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No, but I wasn't here, so I shouldn't vote.
No, you shouldn't. You should abstain. Okay, Randy, highway?
Okay, trying to pick up where we left off last week or last meeting when I wasn't here. The truck body was approved, the truck body's now been delivered and paid for, and it is now painted hopefully by the end of the week it'll be on the truck. It seems to go well.
Nice.
Pathways, we took a tour of that. And today
Boat wash station?
lean-to was washed with the guys with the boat wash station. The
Great.
boat wash station is up and running and tested, obviously. And now that lean-to has been pressure washed, so now I leave it up to you to set up, who wants to stain, paint, you know, I heard Neil wants to volunteer.
The question I have is, Randy, the stain, brown, I mean, is
Yeah,
it something
yeah,
that you'll pick up for the
brown
town,
paint
or?
stain, yeah, the town will get it.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay,
But I just wanna get, now that it's been washed off, you know, it wasn't peeled off, it just was cleaned.
yep,
Where's,
Now I don't want it to go.
right, if you could pick up the stain, I'll see if I can't coordinate with a couple people. They happen to be sitting to the left of me at the
If I
bottom.
threw you under the bus on the spot, then, you know, it was.
Well, I do know that, Paul, Cleveland
yeah,
keeps
Yeah,
asking,
outside that
so
needs to
I'm
be
feeling
stained.
pretty comfortable with you guys, with
Sure.
Paul, would be, give him a purpose and get him
we
moving on.
gotta let
That'll
Paul
be a big
go
help.
for a little while though, cause he's working on the roads now again.
Yeah, he's
Well, he's very anxious to get working on the pathway.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he really is, so,
Probably tired of
maybe
picking up
we
the
can
road.
talk and get this set up,
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
that would be great,
cause I'm
okay.
sure it has to dry out a little after this power
And
wash.
it's going to rain every day this week.
Yes, so maybe for next
We
week,
got-
let's see what the weather's gonna be.
Next week's supposed to be beautiful.
Okay,
Is it?
that's great.
Yes.
All right.
The
70s.
golf course,
We'll take it.
I go out whether it's raining or not, but
okay.
we
Okay,
prefer.
I'm
Alright.
sorry.
So, cemeteries are all opened up now, the guy's been doing all the lawn work and stuff. We have a couple trees that need to be taken down in the Fish Mountain Cemetery, in the back, old section. I talked to Tracy Eldridge, she is getting a man lift tomorrow. He said that before he sends it back, we could use it.
Cool.
So, time
Nice.
frame, you know, it might be spurred of the moment, but we'll do that way.
Is it gonna be tall enough to handle those trees?
It'll be, yeah, Tracy rents it, it'll be tall enough.
Okay,
And I want everything to firm up before we go
oh, yeah,
driving over things.
okay.
Tennis courts, back to that lovely scenario. The tennis courts at the county need to be washed again because it seems like the snow blower from the county blew a lot of debris onto them when they were snow blowing up there. So we're gonna wash them probably this week, Thursday, and then put the nets up there. The net, single net is down on it, is up at Bell Lake tennis court that is open. The other one is still locked. I assume we wanna keep it that way.
Well, we didn't do the repair, so it's kinda dangerous to open it up.
Correct, that's why I said it that way. And most importantly, we can put this in, highlights, Perkins Clearing Gates will be open Friday.
I was gonna ask that.
Wow.
Stop getting the phone calls, emails, text messages and everything else about
It's
it.
a reasonable
What did you
date.
say, Randy? Friday? Okay.
May 7th,
And you want it on Facebook?
yes.
Okay.
But the state is going to keep their gates going up towards Spruce Lake and all that closed. They don't feel their road is ready. But the main part of Perkins Clearing will be open.
Okay.
And it turned out to be in very good shape, a few trees and some raking. That's it.
Miles Spring.
Nothing on buildings?
Nope.
Okay, we'll start with the old business, the opt-out update. Community Services from the county and the Sheriff's Department will be doing a presentation on Thursday, May 6th at 2:30 in the afternoon for supervisors and any board members that would like to attend. If you're interested, I will send you the link.
What time?
2:30 on the 6th, Thursday. And it's basically, they're going to be giving you the guidelines, you know, the state, the federal, they're gonna be trying to educate us on that aspect. And there will be question and answer towards the end. And then Patrick Kraus had called me because he had gone on Declan Radio and listened to the minutes from our last meeting. And he has offered to come and talk to the board, but how he'll be approaching it is drug addiction, alcohol addiction, that kind of stuff. Patrick is with Fulton, Hamilton Fulton Montgomery Prevention Council. So I asked him if he could hold off. He was going to come tonight and wait until after we get the presentation from the Community Services and the Sheriff's Department. And then possibly the next meeting we'll have Patrick come, and then this way he can hit us up on the other angle, and then he can answer the questions from everybody then. So anybody have anything they want to add to that opt-out, or just?
I'm sure they were one of the long list of groups that were pushing for the
Yes,
opt-out.
yes, yes. Yeah.
The Thursday presentation will be at the supervisors' chambers?
No, it's via Zoom. I will send,
Oh,
I will
Zoom,
send the
okay.
link out.
Okay,
I will send it, who would like it?
I would.
Send it out to
Okay.
everybody.
Yeah, send it out to the board, I guess.
Okay, Neil? Okay, Neil, no. Okay. Okay, so if nothing else, I'll move on to Auctions International Report. As of this afternoon, the bid is up to $31.50. And there have been many phone calls asking for the uses that would be permitted within the town.
$31.50.
$3,150. The auction will close on June 1st. Originally, we said it would be the end of May, but being a holiday, Memorial Day weekend, we've moved it to June 1st. No advertising had been out at that point, so we took care of that beforehand, so there's no confusion. And honestly, if we're not happy with the results at the end, we can always put it right back out to auction again. It's still very early, as Randy and I were talking. Most bidders usually wait until the last few days to submit their bids, so we'll go from there. That's that, okay. BTI report. Vi stopped in, and it's Vi, Marty, and Mark Creary has also jumped on board. They've been working steadily until all this rain came. They're almost done. They have two big projects to do, which is Upper Henley and the Hamilton Lake, up in that area, and then they have a few small ones to complete it. Vi and I were discussing the expense to get someone certified to become an applicator. To take the class for certification, it's $600, but the license fee is another $450, so it's costing us, the town, $1,000 a person. So if you have someone that decides they want to do it, they become certified, we pay $1,000, they go out and they do it and they don't like it, we just threw away $1,000.
Which we've done
So, and we,
several times.
yes, we did.
How
So,
long are they
as,
certified for?
excuse me,
How long are they?
can you wait till,
Sorry.
that's okay. What Vi and I were discussing, it would make more sense to have them start the first year as an apprentice with her, go out with her, and if they like it, then have them become certified for the second year. And the certification is good for 3 years. And Vi just renewed hers again, so she's on board.
This was the format that Bill used to have us set up there.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
It just makes more sense, you know?
Was they would be out there as an intern or a trainee to him, because he was certified in several pesticide applications.
And the situation is, as long as they're in the same area and they have connection, you know, via radios, they carry little radios, we're fine. So why pay out all that money until we know that they really want to do it? And Marty absolutely loves it. She is going to become certified next year. So then we'll have 2 certified next year. And then we can, and I think I will call Peter Newell, because Peter's talking about becoming certified. And I think, I mean, with the board's permission, I'd like to try to call Pete and just for now on, for the future, make it that they actually have to go out in the field the first year. If they find they like it, then we'd be willing to go ahead and go through the certification and the licensing. But until they do that, the training, it's just not worth throwing that money out the window. So I will call Peter Newell tomorrow.
Does the recertification cost as much as certification?
The recertification for Vi was $450.
And that
So it's the
is
same.
same.
Yeah,
Right, but she doesn't have to take any.
right, the $600, she doesn't have to take the training again.
Betsy,
Yes?
you said Hamilton Lake and what aren't done yet?
I'm sure I understood it, Upper Hanley?
Oh, Hanley?
Hanley, Upper Hanley, yes. Those are the only two big ones that haven't been done. She said it's the larva this year is kind of weird. Some places it's really small, other places it's large. She just can't figure out if it was because of the drought we had earlier or what, but they're pretty much on top of it.
They're out
So,
by my house.
Yep, okay. Anybody have any questions for BTI? No? Okay. Next is the greater bond payoff. We didn't get some good news. We cannot pay it off early. It is a non-collatable bond. So we have 8 more years to pay and it will be paid off in 2028. Anybody have any questions?
You can't say it was 5,000 in interest, we just continue doing what we're doing.
Yeah, we would have been saving 14,000 something if we paid it off this coming year, but
We did get it, I sent an email to Jim Sullivan, and he sent back to Betsy and I a response that can be
Yeah,
done.
well, it was different, it wasn't a ban, and
Yep.
like Chris had said, I think there was a offer on the table of a better interest rate that they went for.
That was a trade-off, yeah.
Ridiculous.
yeah.
It is what it is.
And I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I strongly suggest that when that thing is paid for, we immediately start a new capital project for the next one.
Right,
Yeah.
true.
Even though it'll be 30 years, they'll give us 30 years to save up
Yeah,
for it.
and not spend all that interest. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was a
Okay, so the
horrible
next thing I had on the agenda was the youth rec aid. We've been advertising and we haven't had anybody biting on it. So Debbie looked back in the prior year's records and we never really required the aides to be certified in CPR. So we called Debbie and I and we talked to Sammy. And Sammy is certified and so is her rec aide. So whenever they have any activity, either one or both would be there. So we would always have someone that was certified. So what we're looking to do is re-advertise, but not have CPR certification as a requirement. So I'm opening this up to you, the board members, for any discussion.
Is there any way that you can measure whether that was putting people off? You know, possible candidates?
Well, no. We're kind of grasping here because we've had no interest whatsoever.
Just take away any obstacle that we might be able to.
I had a conversation, somebody called my office about it, and they were saying how expensive it is for somebody to become certified. And that would deteriorate some of the younger people who just want
Yeah.
a job, so, I don't know, I mean, we did, it's a big box ad and not even a nibble.
Yeah, that's too bad, it's a pretty decent pay.
But then again, nobody's working anymore, anyway,
No one's.
What is the hourly pay on that?
didn't post it.
Okay, so we don't even.
Burger King today was offering $14.50 starting.
Yeah.
So Betsy, you said
They're paying $100.
her aide is certified?
Her rec aide, yep, is also certified.
So we
Both.
do have one rec aide?
Yes, yes, same as last year, yep, which unfortunately the program was canceled due to COVID.
Right.
But we still have both, we have 2. So no matter where they go, like one of her concerns was if they went to a water park, that she felt that they had to make sure that 2 certified people were there. When you go to a water park, they have that also. So as long as we have one, she was concerned if our group got split up, the children got split up. One was certified here and the other one is not certified, but when you go to a park like that,
They don't stick together.
it's,
Sure.
I,
Well, you have to
so-
rely on the fact that the staff are all trained this way too, right?
Correct.
Sure.
correct, so thoughts from the board, everybody kind of in agreement here to go ahead and try to advertise without that being a requirement?
Might help,
I
might help.
thought when it initially came up with Sammy, that she said, because she was certified, she could teach it?
No.
Or
I don't
no?
know that.
Okay, so then I misunderstood
I
that,
didn't get
but
that.
I knew that that would be a deterrent, because that's a lot of,
Yeah, absolutely.
it's a lot to ask of a high school or
Sure.
college student.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Can we get copies of the advertisement and,
You don't read the newspaper?
well, so we can put it on social media?
Well, we
We
did.
did.
Well,
And-
can we do it
and-
again?
We are,
Oh, yeah.
that we're waiting for you to approve that.
And Sammy had it on her page and I
Yep.
shared it,
Christine has it
Chris
on
had
her
it on
website.
I share
our
it with
I
site.
think I shared it too, I just wanna make sure that we get it so we can
yeah,
share
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay, so,
Do as
so,
I
much
mean,
as
I
we can.
shared it on the town page.
will someone move that we go ahead and
I so move we
advertise?
take that out of the.
Second.
And second by Chris, okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, any opposed? Okay, so we'll move on. Okay, next is the small, Verizon small tower cell lease. The rental agreement, according to the lease agreement, Verizon will pay rent for 5 years at the sum of $2,400 a year. And it's the beginning of the year, like right now, and they'll pay full for the whole year. I have received the lease commencement, and I'm asking for the board's approval to sign it and send it back so they can start paying us.
Nancy, would you like to move that?
That's sure.
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
Paying us would also mean they're turned on.
They're not turned on
That would be
yet.
lovely.
No, I mean, what would, after we sign, was there mention of when the turning on would
Would
be?
you like to see the, no,
No.
it's as just plain as could be, they just want my signature, who I am, and then I'm gonna give permission for them to,
To pay
that's
us.
it, to pay us.
Pay
Yeah,
us.
well, I mean, the paying us is a very good thing, I just.
Yeah,
And that can be renegotiated after 5 years.
I don't believe so,
So after 5 years, we're not getting any money from them.
right,
That's the term.
Okay, so all in favor?
there might be new
Aye.
stuff.
Any
like-
opposed? Okay, so that's new business. Okay, is there any committee reports? No committee
Well, not
reports?
that it's an actual committee, but since we've got this little work crew, would you text me a phone number for Paul?
Sure.
I don't have that, so we can, when the
That'd be
when
great,
the coast is clear, we can work together.
that would be great.
Got it.
Okay. Okay, next is a motion to pay the bills, and I'm not sure how you guys want to do it. There's 3 different abstracts, April 22nd, April 29th, and April 30th. Is there any reason to do them separately?
I make a motion, we pay the bills.
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
All for all, right?
Okay,
Okay.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Our next meeting is going to be Monday, May 17th, here at the library. And next is public comment. Anybody for
Your
public
question got answered,
comment?
like-
Oh, it got answered, yeah.
Yeah, it got answered like-
It was the 3 years.
Yeah,
I was
got
wondering how
answered
long
so-
that
like
certification.
a second later.
Kathy?
What is the salary for the aide for the summer life program?
I don't know.
I didn't write
I'll have to go
that
back
down.
to see what we offered
I
last
mean,
year.
I looked years ago, and
Yeah.
I laughed.
It was, I want to say, was it 14 something?
I think so.
When we
I
last,
think it's,
when we last advertised.
Yeah, but that was.
But I don't post that in the
Yeah,
ad,
but
'cause
that-
you never know.
That's something that people would want to know if they're looking
Mm-hmm.
for a position, because they might be able to get something.
So do you think it's a good idea for us to put the dollar amount in the ad? Here now I'm going backwards.
Yeah, I mean, I just wondered
It
what
might-
they've been paid in the past.
Might stir some
It
interest.
might.
Well, last year we had nobody, so we have to go back
It
2
would be
years.
back 2
The
years.
year before it was $12 an hour.
Okay,
Oh.
thanks, Christine.
Okay,
What year was that, Chris?
2 years.
No, it would've been 2019.
2019.
wow.
How much?
Yeah.
14?
What about it?
14?
We can,
Okay, so
Well,
we'll advertise with it in the.
$12.50 is minimum wage right now, so it has to be at least that.
well, if we're looking to spur interest,
Right.
perhaps we should put it in there and
Yeah,
So how much do you want
make
to,
an addendum to the motion we made before for, I move 14.
Okay, okay.
14?
And, okay, so a second?
I'll second it. Do we want to put that in the new advertisement?
That's what they're
It would be
saying.
wise.
I think that we
Yeah, that's
should.
what we're,
Okay.
that's what we thought would possibly
So
help it
in this
along.
ad, which I'll type up and send off to everybody
Okay.
tomorrow, do you want to say parentheses CPR not necessary? Is that how you
Not
want that?
required?
Not required?
Not
Was
required?
it a separate bullet? in
It
this
was,
last
it
one?
was in
I would
this,
just leave the
eliminate
bullet
that.
out.
leave the bullet out, okay.
and hope that anybody that was interested or.
Yeah.
Yeah, get more details on the
Yeah.
job
Okay.
when you call, but we
Okay.
need to get some calls.
Anybody else for public comment?
I just
You
would
want-
like to, I have recently seen the Auctions International, is on Facebook now. It's getting a lot of negative attention and comments. And I don't know if there's anything you can do about it, or if that's something that they're monitoring. Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you seen them?
as much, I haven't seen we didn't see the comments, we were just on there today and we didn't see
On
it.
So you're
Facebook?
seeing Facebook?
Not on
We don't
Facebook
do
though,
Facebook
we
because
just go to Auction
the
International, yeah.
site.
It's on Facebook,
You mean the company
the comments for the sale,
for the sale?
about the property.
Whose Facebook page?
It's, Auctions International has it
Oh,
listed,
okay.
yeah.
I'll have to look.
Check
I'm not aware of that, thank you, Bonnie. Yeah,
Start putting positive comments on.
Yeah,
Because
thanks for
I
that,
think some of them are incorrect, what people are assuming about it.
Yeah.
okay,
So,
okay,
well, if it's Facebook, you can, sure,
Yes.
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a preponderance of misinformation.
yep,
But we've got to address it and see if we can
right.
correct it.
yep, okay, so is there any other public comment?
I'd like to say something.
No, you can't,
Fine then. As you all know, Saturday was Mark Hughes' memorial service. And I just want to say, I'm not touting my own drum or anything, but I'm just very proud of all the fire departments that came together, Speculator, Lake Pleasant, Pacifico, Indian Lake, Wells, whether it was the procession, the memorial itself, or covering duty for Speculator, in case something were to happen. Everybody worked together and it was a very beautiful, moving experience. First time I've ever had to deal with a firefighter death as a firefighter. Things even like the last call were just so moving, and I think that it just gives props to the community and the guys that I get to, thankfully work with. And I just wanted to mention that.
yeah, the ambulance corps too did a
And the ambulance
tremendous
corps as
job,
well.
yeah.
Well, just tagging on to that, if you could forget about the upcoming barbecue fundraiser, Charlie John's won't let you. And you see,
We
when I-
can't enter the store anymore.
I was walking along and I was paying attention, I almost walked into this thing, those you step up in there, they've got one blocked off and a big old banner and
Yeah,
great to see. I don't know
Almost walked
who was
into it
responsible,
walking
but
out of the store because I was talking to someone.
really great, and I hope folks come to that as well.
Yeah.
And the school is doing a tricky tray in conjunction with that.
Oh,
That's nice,
Oh, that's gonna be.
it's very good,
yeah, good job.
yes, absolutely.
I'm gonna get that flyer.
Okay, so is there any more public comment? Okay, next we'll move to roundtable. Chris, we'll start with you tonight.
Okay, the only thing I have is to report on the smart street lighting.
Yep.
I read through everything I could get my hands on about it, including the bill, and I feel prepared now to talk to the people at National Grid
Okay,
and the New York Power Authority. So I'm gonna start working on that tomorrow.
it's a lot of work, huh?
Well, because I don't know what the heck we're doing, I don't know anything about the program. It turns out there are actually 2 programs,
Right.
Okay,
which I had no clue. So I feel confident now that I have a list of questions. And one of them being, if we don't replace these streetlights, if we don't buy the streetlights and replace them with LEDs, National Grid is gonna be replacing them with LEDs as they burn out anyway. So I have not yet been able to find out how long the sodium lights last.
yeah,
Yeah.
we may be long gone.
That kind of came up, sitting in a village board meeting, talking, that was batted around, and I wasn't, aware, edified enough to weigh in, but, I was kind of thinking the same thing, that, they're gonna make upgrades irrespective of whether we do or not.
That's the thing, yeah.
And you wonder whether,
So-
I know there's a grant involved and that it's pretty complicated on who's gonna pay for this, but it looks like, at some point, we're gonna shoulder some of that cost.
I
if
think
we
what we
go
can
that way.
probably,
22 law, right?
the village got off real cheap on it.
Yeah,
They had, Eric found a couple of things that they pursued, and I don't know if there were errors on the part of National Grid or NIPA or what, but they ended up with down like, what, 7,300, Neil, something like that, for the whole shebang?
Yeah.
And,
They have less life than.
you know, if we can get it cheap,
Yeah,
then that's one thing. If these sodium lights, and that's the other thing, we'd need a schedule of which lights were replaced when, so we can figure out how long they're gonna last. I think we're probably gonna wanna be inclined toward buying they call them luminaires. It's everything, the pole, the brackets, the lights, the wires, all this stuff. Probably would lean toward doing that if we can get them cheap enough. But I do wanna figure out what the expected lifespan of each bulb that we have right now.
Seems the most reasonable question.
the information that was in that file, was there much in there to help?
There was nothing on it, in there on this program,
Okay.
or either of the programs.
Okay.
It
Do they
was,
shine down?
Yes,
Or they don't shine?
yeah, that's one of the
Because of
things that the
migratory
town would
birds
specify,
and-
is that we would want the hoods on them.
Yeah.
And the town has to give them specific information for each luminaire.
Really?
Yeah, really.
So we'll call it Don's light, you want it.
I've had to fight for that light.
I know. I've heard.
So
thank you.
anyway, I'm working on it, I feel a little bit more confident right now.
Okay,
And,
good.
I suppose as I get more and more into it, you know, I should be able to bring you more information.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, Don?
I just wanted to ask Randy if there's any progress made on the posts at Fish Mountain Cemetery.
So, that was my roundtable done.
Oh,
Stole it.
We are in the process, waiting this week for a gentleman to come up and visit and give us, price on replacing the entire fence on the front.
Oh.
Like Wells, Hope, most of the communities have, the black, it's not iron, it's aluminum.
It looked like wrought iron.
It looks like wrought iron fencing. And the committee, Debbie and Nancy and I discussed it, that's the better way of going.
It's sienna fencing that we're looking,
Getting, it's getting rid of the chain link fence that's there, been there for a while now. Not going around the corner
Yeah.
to the new section.
this is what it would look like, this is
Replacing it.
Hope Cemetery.
yeah.
Went up and took some pictures.
The gentleman was on a 2-week vacation
Yeah,
that was this
From
area.
Sienna. So
And-
that's that, and then then we went up and St. Anne's has it also,
Right.
so.
Will you be adding any soil
Okay.
to where it's
We're just
been
gonna start
eroded?
looking.
It really is, and it
Okay.
won't get it.
On the,
Well,
the gate
we're gonna
side.
have to find out about that because.
I just noticed, like,
we're
at
not sure if we have
my
that
father's,
movable or not, depending on how
plot.
close we're gonna go.
Okay.
the
So we'll find out more
post,
from
the
the
dirt's
gentleman
washed
coming up.
away from there.
Yep.
So the post is
We
kind
can
of
put some more,
floating
yeah.
and
Yeah,
do all that, so there's still room to maneuver in there.
right.
But we're only gonna go to the left and then to the right, I mean, we can still get equipment in there,
Yeah,
Right.
And this would be taking down the stone pillars?
yes.
Correct.
We can't seem to get anybody to
They're
come
deteriorating
and
so,
fix them.
I mean, I was down there the
No
other day
one's
and it's
interested.
deteriorating so badly that even, it's just, I think it's a worthless project
Well,
to try and
yeah.
build them back up.
And not only that, but then you still gotta do something with the fence.
Right,
So I do it all in one shot.
so is it gonna be a gate in that spot then, or, cause I know
Just
it's
the old, well, not the
Chain.
old, but we'll just have a black chain that goes across.
Okay.
Hope does have a kind of a nice gate,
They have a gate.
and so does,
Arch.
but I guess we could always find out what that cost if we had
Yeah,
to.
it'd be
Yeah,
nice
we
to
can ask
see.
Tiger
Get
Hat.
But a
Price
black
on both,
chain still looks
with
nice
and
too.
without.
So, yeah,
We'll leave it as
Yeah.
option one.
yep.
If it said Fish Mountain on it or something, you know.
He's supposed to call me.
St. Anne's has it done in black with
tomorrow,
gold lettering, it
so-
looks really nice,
so,
yeah.
Do we really need a fence?
Yeah, all cemeteries have that.
I know they do.
Chris,
Do we
you're-
really need one?
You're teeing up for me, you know why the fence is around these.
I knew this is, here we go.
People are dying to get in them, I mean. I wasn't gonna, but she teed it up.
So Don, anything else?
Nope.
Okay, Neil?
Just circling back, I don't know whether we finished a vote regarding changing the what we had spoken about.
Yep, you made the motion and Chris seconded.
We didn't vote.
But we
Oh,
didn't call
all
the
in
vote
favor?
To,
To amend
To
the
amend
resolution.
the original resolution.
Oh,
Okay, so all in favor?
aye.
Okay, any opposed? Okay.
that's my full nitpick.
And that was it?
Yeah, that was it, this
That
nitpick.
was it? Okay.
You noticed it too.
Nance?
Nothing, just hitting the ground running today from vacation, so.
Good for you.
Yeah. Debbie?
Nope.
No, okay. I only have one thing, this Friday from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, the county health department, are gonna be setting up a tent in Charlie John's parking lot and offering the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. No appointments necessary, it's just a walk-in.
Wow.
Yup, so anybody can walk in and get a vaccine. And at this point, 68% of Hamilton County, residents have had at least one vaccine.
Wow.
And they will also be offering a second, pretty soon to second homeowners as they come back, the vaccines. So they've also got for Wells this coming week, Indian Lake, Long Lake. So they're moving along, but
So this one in Charlie John's is for anybody.
anybody can walk in, it's a Johnson & Johnson, one shot, that's
They
it.
don't have to be a resident.
From 1 o'clock to
of the
3
county.
o'clock.
That's this Friday.
It's this Friday.
Okay.
Yep,
1 to 3?
1 to 3, yep. So yeah, if we could get that on our Facebook page
Friday
and,
the 8th.
and our website, that would be great. Facebook, everywhere. That would really be great.
Third.
And that's truthfully all I had. Nobody has anything else?
If I could jump back to.
No.
To my notes, I just realized I had one thing and I blew it. I just wanted to say what a good job I thought both the chamber, our chamber, and the county tourism girls did in putting together the aforementioned Fonda, Southern Adirondack, O'Connor's, help me here, that's the
Southern
name,
Adirondack night.
night at Fonda Speedway.
Oh,
There was a great turnout of local people.
nice.
I don't know how many people were in that stands, but
I know.
it was they could, chomping at the bit for these folks to be there and have a good time. But we had a great turnout and the girls had a really good display of restaurants and trails and whatnot and good exposure. We should keep trying to do those kind of things just outside of our area for those day trippers, and I thought it went well. Good job.
Great. Also want to mention that the Pfizer vaccines, that's what they're going to be offering this week in Long Lake, Indian Lake, Wells, and Inlet. A lot of people are specifying they want the Pfizer, not the Moderna, or Johnson & Johnson, yep. So they've gotten some Pfizer ones too.
So that's for the regular scheduled
Yep.
things the
Yep.
county's been doing.
Yep,
Can we get both of them in one?
so, okay, so if nobody has anything else, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Okay, second?
Do you want me to? Of course. Sure, second.
Okay, we'll see everybody on the 17th. That was a quick meeting. Wasn't a lot going on this last week.
So,
It's because Nancy was away. Yeah.
right, we didn't want to do anything for Randy and Nancy got